Hello, guys, and welcome back to the knee-jerk stream, the knee-jerk reaction stream for Game Week 17. And we've got a lot to get into and a lot to discuss because Game Week 17 has been a bit of a mad game week. I think that's fair to say. And we're going to go through our teams, how our teams have performed, and also talk about Game Week 18 as well. And look forward to that. Obviously, on Thursday, it is the deadline. But yeah, what a mad game week. We've just watched the game, Man United with Liverpool. I think that's fair to say it's one of the worst games I've watched this season. We'll talk about it in a bit. But yeah, how's your weekend been so far? How you been?
Yeah, the weekend's been great. I think I'm still in a state of shock after what I just witnessed 90 minutes ago. But yeah, I never thought I'd be actually wearing Man United t-shirt today. But here I am wearing it. So yeah, here to break down obviously what's happening in Game Week 17, as there is a lot to obviously talk about, especially for you, Huss. You had a good game week.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Obviously, we'll go into it now. Obviously, Game Week 17 is what we're here to discuss, and I'll kick it off with my team. So again, it was a good week for me. Starting in goal with Dubravka. Now we know Dubravka. I bought him in a couple of weeks ago. He's done really good for me since. Now this might be a surprise. This is my first goalkeeper clean sheet of the season. So it took me 17 game weeks, and I finally get a clean sheet from my goalkeeper. So it's been coming. And Dubravka, I thank you for being the first goalie to get me the clean sheet this season. So he comes in with a 7-pointer, clean sheet, and he also got 4 saves, so got a 1 point for there. So very nice to see. And also, who said there's no clean sheets this season? I got a clean sweep of clean sheets at the back line. Very nice to see. Pedro Porro, as we know, got a clean sheet. I think Pedro Porro was quite lucky to get a clean sheet because Tottenham probably should have conceded, but I'll take that anyway. He also picked up 2 bonus points as well in Spurs' 2-0 win against Forest. He was my transfer in, so very happy to see Pedro Porro come away with an 8-pointer. Gabriel, again, another clean sheet for Arsenal. I sold Saliba, obviously, because I had the double Arsenal defense. Kept Gabriel, and obviously Arsenal did win 2-0 fairly comfortably against Brighton. I think Brighton only had like one serious shot in the whole game. And yeah, a nice little clean sheet there for Gabriel and Arsenal. And then finally, to end the defense, sweep of clean sheets, and it was Tsimikas. Now again, Tsimikas comes through with a 7-pointer, obviously getting a clean sheet against Man United, and also picked up 1 bonus point, I believe, which was quite nice. But in regards to Tsimikas, I don't think Man United had a couple of chances, half chances on the counter attack when they got the ball, they sprung off, and they maybe Højlund on another chance could have maybe got a goal. But I thought Liverpool didn't have too much defending to do, if I'm being honest. It was a strange game. But yeah, I do have all clean sheets for the first time, I believe, this season, which again feels great. Moving into the midfield, up and down. Gordon is a big one because I thought Gordon was going to get benched because he was injured. Rumors were he was injured, and there was a lot of rumors going around that he wasn't actually going to start. When the team sheet came out, I was thrilled to see Gordon starting, and obviously he did pick up an assist in Newcastle 3-0 win against Fulham. He also got a clean sheet point, so you're very happy with the assist for Gordon, and just happy that he played because I was worried that I wouldn't have a starting team. Now moving on to the main man of the team, I think this week, and that is Palmer. Palmer has been excellent again this week. He comes away with a big 14-pointer in Chelsea's 2-0 win against Sheffield. Palmer played 90 minutes. He got a goal. He got an assist. He got a clean sheet point. He also got the 3 bonus points. And for those that didn't watch the game, he also should have had another assist. But an absolute sitter. He put it on a plate. Literally an open goal for Broha, and Broha put it over the bar. So Palmer was very unlucky that he didn't have another assist. So he could have got another 3 points. So could have been a lot worse, in that regard for Sheffield. But yeah, unlucky Palmer not to get more points, I think. And he comes with that 14-pointer, and what's there to say? Since I bought Palmer in, I think game week 8, I've had him since. He's done really well for me. I think just up and down, Chelsea have been a bit dodgy, but Palmer's kind of steadily returns me some points every now and then. So I'm more than happy with Palmer. Saka, on the other hand, I think played in Brighton's win. I don't think he got the assist. I think he was credited the assist, but then I think they took it away. I believe he comes in with a 3-pointer. Didn't do too much, but yeah, Arsenal did win quite comfortably. So yeah, he comes away with the clean sheet point. Son, on the other hand, unfortunately did blank. Also picked up a yellow card, which was quite annoying. I was expecting a lot more from Son, especially with the fixture. I didn't watch the game, so I don't really know how Son did play in that one. But yeah, frustrating that he didn't get a bit more. And obviously, the guy I spoke about a lot on the deadline stream, Richarlison, he ended up going scoring. And obviously, for those that bought Richarlison in, fair play. And then finally, to complete the midfield, it is Mo Salah. And yeah, I mean, we could speak about this. I was a bit disappointed in Liverpool. I thought Liverpool were very poor for their standard. I think Man United were poor as well, don't get me wrong, but obviously we kind of expected that. But Liverpool weren't great. I thought Salah, Szoboszlai, they've struggled a lot. I think Liverpool's passing in the final third was off. And yeah, I didn't think it was a great game for any of the Liverpool forwards, not just Salah, Nunez, Diaz, all of them. I don't think none of them were good. So yeah, Salah comes in with a blank. He picks up a clean sheet point. Obviously, he's my captain, so he gets a 6-pointer. And then to complete the team up front, I do have Watkins, who got a 9-pointer, I believe, after his goal to win the game 2-1, 85th minute winner. Aston Villa doing bits, it seems, to carry on winning. I mean, I don't know what's there to say about Aston Villa this season now and how great they've been. So I think they're second now. Fair play to Villa and Emery. A 9-pointer from Watkins, can't complain. And then moving on to Solanke, the final player. Now, this one, I don't know what's going to happen with Solanke because obviously you guys know what happened in the game. Thoughts and prayers are with Tom Lockyer. Yeah. Obviously, for those that didn't watch the game, he collapsed and that game was suspended in the 60th minute. I didn't watch the full game. I caught bits of it, but Solanke did score in that game. I think he scored quite early on. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to his points, guys. Obviously, with the situation that happened, the game getting cancelled. So is IFPL going to take that away later? We're not sure. As of now, the point stands, but we'll have to see what FPL do decide to do with that game because that's obviously going to get replayed, it seems. I've heard it's going to get replayed. So if it gets replayed, do they take his points away or whatnot? We'll have to wait and see. But as of now, the points do stand. And then in the bench, I've got Areola, who was on the bench for West Ham's win today. Livramento, however, gets a massive 9-pointer, which maybe I should have played him in hindsight because Newcastle are strong at home. He also got 3 bonus points, Livramento, which is pretty mad, considering obviously Trippier normally gets those. But obviously Trippier's not playing, so Livramento does get the bonus points. And unfortunately, this might be Livramento's last week in my team because I'm probably going to sell him to Trippier. So yeah, we'll see with Livramento what I do. Archer gets 2 points, and obviously Taylor is suspended for this fixture. So all in all, my transfers in was Porro and Solanke for Saliba and Haaland. So the transfer still paid off, obviously. I did take a -4. But again, it's been a great game week. I think 74 points, -4, 70 points, all out. Big green arrow, nearly 300k green arrow. I think my rank was 830, 840k, something like that. We're looking at 518k now. So I am getting into that top 500k, which was my target. I said before the end of the year, I want to get into that top 500k. I might do it. I think I will do it. And then we'll see second half of the season when I try break in maybe top 100k and drop 50k, etc., etc. But yeah, more than happy with my game week right now. Happy with the way the team's set up going forward. And yeah, big week, big move. But yeah, that's how my game week 17 has gone, guys. Also, guys, let us know in the chat how you've done. Also, if you are enjoying the content, if you've just tuned in for the first time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, we appreciate all your support, guys. But yeah, make sure you do hit the like. Jordan, moving on to your team then for game week 17.
Yes, this is going to be short and sweet, but I'm going to say this on the brave in obviously a smiling face. But yeah, let's start with Leno, who got 3 points. Fulham lost 3-0 to Newcastle, obviously, and yeah, obviously because Leno conceded 2 goals. That was a point taken off. But he did make 7 saves in that game. So because he made at least 3 saves, that means he got 2 points on top of that. And also with the 6 saves, that's 2 points. So he ends up on 3 points, which is not so bad, I guess, to a 3-0 thrashing against Newcastle. Moving on to defence. So, yeah, 2 returns and 2 clean sheets for my defenders. So Tsimikas, he gets the clean sheet with a bonus 1, which ends him on 7 points in that 0-0 draw against Man United. Not quite sure how you managed to draw in that game, but I don't know whether to be happy or not with that draw. But I suppose I should be, because it is at Anfield. I know how difficult and tricky it is, especially the way we're playing Man United, that we managed to get a draw from that game. But yeah, happy to get those valuable 7 points from Tsimikas. Next, we got Pedro Porro, who ends up on his 8-pointer and was one of my 1-3 transfers to bring in. So it did pay off, that transfer, as Tottenham did win 2-0 against Nottingham Forest. So Pedro Porro kept the clean sheet, and he also got a bonus 2 rewarded to him as well from that. So yes, a very nice healthy return and a healthy clean sheet for Spurs. Next, obviously, Trippier didn't play this game week because he was suspended, unfortunately, because Newcastle did keep a clean sheet, and that would have made all my defenders get a clean sheet this week, but that's the way it goes. Moving on to the midfield. So, yeah, this is pretty quiet. So, Salah, he blanks as my captain, only getting the 3 points. And obviously, because I captained him, he gets 6. Only getting the clean sheet point onto, obviously, the minutes he played in that 0-0 draw. Obviously, there was no goals in that game, so no returns for Salah. Pretty typical. When I bring him in, he doesn't really get returns. And yet again, he's blanked again while I have him owned. Next, we've got Mitoma, who he did play 90 minutes football, but he did pick up a yellow card in that 2-0 loss to Arsenal. Bearing in mind now, Mitoma is on 4 yellow cards. So if before game week 19, if he gets another yellow card before that, he'll be suspended. Because obviously if he picks up another one, he'll miss obviously next game week. But he only comes up with 1 point. No goals for Brighton, and a pretty quiet game again for Mitoma. Moving on to Saka. Obviously, he only got the clean sheet point in that he wasn't a part of the 2 goals that Arsenal scored against Brighton. And yeah, only come away with the clean sheet, which leaves him on 3 points. Hwang, again, quiet game for Wolves. Not really much attack involvement from Hwang, if I'm honest. He didn't really play where I preferred him to, obviously in the central attack position. His teammate Cunha played there instead, and Hwang was pretty much wide in the attack, so he was pretty left out of most of the attacks for Wolves when they had him. But they did lose 3-0 Wolves in that game against West Ham, and yeah, no goals for Wolves and no return for Hwang yet again. This is an interesting one because this is Decore, who is currently flagged on FPL, obviously for a hamstring. Yeah, he played 45 minutes. When the players came back in the second half, Decore was nowhere to be seen. And later on, obviously after the game, I did see that obviously he did pick up a tightness in his hamstring after the first half and didn't return for the second half. So he did go off after 45 minutes in that 2-0 win, by the way, against Everton. So they kept a clean sheet as well. But Decore, obviously, he only got 1 point for only playing the first half of that game. So he's, I don't know if he's available next week or not. But yeah, he's got a hamstring injury. Moving on to the front 2, Alvarez, he also blanks, even though Man City scored 2 in that 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace. I did predict a 2-2 score in this fixture. I did mention that this is a bogey team. No matter how Crystal Palace and what state they are, it's just somehow Man City struggle, even though they have struggled in the past 5 games. But in terms of record, Crystal Palace have been potentially, obviously, contenders to either beat Man City or draw against them. And they've taken away a draw. I think it's a good draw for Crystal Palace and a very a shocking draw for Man City, especially now 6 games without a win. It is a bit concerning with Man City, obviously, for the title race. Obviously, Haaland, he is the auto sub for Wissa because Haaland didn't play in that Crystal Palace game. So Wissa comes on with 2 points, which is also another blank in that 2-1 loss to Aston Villa. Brentford did score a goal, but it wasn't from, obviously, Wissa. And yeah, he gets a blank with 2 points, played 75 minutes in that game. So yeah, no returns for the forwards or for the midfield. No points on the bench, so I'm not going to go through that because Taylor and Branthwaite both were suspended. And annoying as it is, Branthwaite could have got a clean sheet if he did play this game week. But yeah, other than that, there's no points on the bench, so I'm not going to go through that. Overall, 35 points this game week. Very terrible game week for me. I did half expect it wasn't going to be a great game week, but I was expecting it not to be this bad. And it's a massive red arrow. I was on 75k. I've now dropped down to 229k. So it is a massive decline in my rank. And yeah, there is a bit of hope though. My suspended players are back for Game Week 18. So yeah, I think that kind of helps out. But bearing in mind, I have 3 players that are on 4 yellow cards, which are Decore, Hwang, and now Matoma. So it all it could all change, let's just say, come Game Week 18.
We're going to break down Game Week 18 now and talk us through how that's going to go. But yeah, a few comments have come in. We're going to read some comments out. Guys, if you are just tuning into the stream, do hit that like button as well. Don't forget to hit that like. It really helps support the channel. Also, make sure you are subscribed as well. We've got Neil in the chat. Big up Neil. He's always been it, in the chats with us, in all the streams as well. So yeah, he's got 43 points for Neil, he's saying. Okay, I thought 74, 43 points. Harry Davies, I should say, what a performance by Varane, Rolls Royce of a centre back. I'll take a point against Liverpool every day of the week at the moment. Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we'll take it, Harry.
Chief, nice one on 500,000. So Chief into that top 500k, it seems as well. Not sure how many points this week. 74 minus 4 F Solanke, 6 points hold. Richarlison in for a hit to field 11 worked out. Yeah, Richarlison did. Fair play to those that went there. Elika says 53 points. Feel like Palmer has made the difference. Yemix, Jordan, my bro, how's your blood pressure? Bad game week.
I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. I kind of half expected, Yemix, that this game week wasn't going to be my green arrow week.
Yeah,
because it was a struggle to field a starting 11 to start with. Because I have a
you played 10, didn't you?
Yeah, I played 10 because Trippier was absent for this week, so I had 2 defenders only, and obviously the rest of my playing players didn't do well, especially my midfield. No attacking returns from any of my midfielders, neither my forwards either.
Chief was 67 minus 4. It's a good game week there for Chief. Martin Pond as well, 58 minus 8 as well. And Tricky Trees also get it back next week. Jordan, I had a rough one last week and got to change that arrow. I completely agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully I'm over the worst of my team. I am worried though about Mitoma, Hwang, and Decore. Obviously Decore is injured, so either way, even if he is fit, I'll still be worried if he gets another yellow card because he is currently on 4, and especially with Hwang and Mitoma as well on 4 yellow cards, that could all change if even one of them gets a suspension, because obviously Man City and Brentford blank, as you're going to move on now to our teams, and you'll see what our teams look like.
Yeah, we're going to look into the boss teams next, and what we're lining up for Game Week 18. So I'll let you sort out I'll get the slides up. Hopefully you can see it. Oh, actually, if you change that. There we go. So just zooming in a bit to get a better view, guys. So hopefully you guys can see that all okay. So this is what my team looks like heading into game week. Is it game week 18?
Yeah. Game week 18.
Okay, I'm going to quickly change the title. Hold on 2 seconds. What's going on here? Can you change the title to Gameweek 18, Jordan? It's not letting me do it for some reason. Oh, it's let me do it.
Changed.
Yeah. It's just let me do it. That's weird. But yeah, so let's start off with the goalkeeper. So I do have Dubravka playing, who's got Luton away. I think it's a good fixture for Newcastle still. But obviously, we know Luton are pretty good at home, so we'll see what does happen. Obviously, with Newcastle not being the strongest at home themselves. I'm playing a back three of Porro, Livramento, and Tsimikas. I've got a midfield five of Gordon, Son, Palmer, Saka, and Salah. And then up front, I've got Solanke and Watkins. So that's what the team is looking like. I've got one free transfer as well. And I believe I have like 8.8 million in the bank. So I've got loads of money in the bank. The current plan is to do Livramento out for Tsimikas. Sorry, not for Tsimikas. Livramento out for Trippier. So basically, Newcastle defender to another Newcastle defender and bring Trippier in. Because I think I want Trippier for that fixture against Luton. Because I know Trippier, there's no worries about bringing Trippier in now because he just served his ban. And I look at the next couple of fixtures for Trippier: Luton, Forest, Liverpool, City, Villa, Luton. Some pretty nice fixtures in there. And I think I want to get rid of Livramento now because I'm blocked out of getting Trippier because I've got triple Newcastle already with the goalkeeper and Gordon. So if I want Trippier in, I'll have to take out a Newcastle player. That will be Livramento. And then I'll probably play Tsimikas against Arsenal. Will Arsenal score against Liverpool? Yeah, it's all likelihood they can. But it is Anfield, so I could just back Tsimikas and hope he keeps another clean sheet. And we'll have to see with Tsimikas because he's not a long-term pick in my team, Tsimikas, because we know Robertson will be coming back soon as well. So we'll have to probably move him out soon. But Liverpool's fixtures do turn a bit more tougher games coming up. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think Tsimikas is going to stay in my team until Robertson is back now. So yeah, what I'm thinking right now is Livramento to Trippier.
That's an interesting move because do you not think Livramento has enough cover, even though Trippier is going to play alongside him?
Because obviously Dan Burn is back, right? And if Dan Burn plays left back, then Livramento is going to drop back down to the bench. And I'm worried. Livramento, look, Luton in 23rd of December, then it's Forest in the 26th of December. So Livramento will probably miss one of these games. And I know with Trippier, there's none of that. Is he going to start? If Trippier's fit and he's not suspended, Trippier's playing no matter what. So, and because I have the money now, because I've sold Haaland and I have loads of money in the bank, I may as well get Trippier in now while I can, because otherwise I won't have any money to do it. So that's what I'm thinking right now. It could change. I'm thinking get Trippier in while I can, because I've not had him all season, and I've got the money to do it. And then the way I'll get Haaland back in later is when I get rid of one of Son and Salah when they're off to AFCON and the Asia Cup. I'll bring Haaland in like that. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. The rest of the team, I think, looks in good shape. I like the forward line. Watkins has got Sheffield. Solanke's got Forest. 2 good fixtures for my forwards. I could even look at Watkins as a captain because Salah against Arsenal, I'm not so entirely sure I want to go there right now. I'm thinking maybe Watkins captain. But yeah, that is what my thoughts are right now in regards to the rest of the team. And I'm quite happy with the way it looks. On the bench, I've got Gabriel, Archer, and Taylor as well. But yeah, Jordan, your boss team, if you can bring it up, how are you looking like going into Gameweek 18?
Bear with me one moment while I get that up. And voila. Yeah, this is how my Gameweek 18 looks like. I think this is the first time I'm using this kind of formation. It is a 4-5-1 currently. But we got Leno in goal. He's got a nice fixture, so I'm happy to play him, even though everyone's got Man United at home. I still think Leno's a good pick for clean sheets. We've got back 4, which not too sure what to think of it, but we've got Tsimikas, Pedro Porro, Trippier, and Branthwaite. So I'm happy Trippier and Branthwaite are back. That just gives less fires to put out now for my team. Midfield 5, we've got Salah, Matoma, Saka, Hwang, and maybe a Doucouré, depending on if we have to hear what obviously the situation is with Doucouré in the press conference. But yeah, Haaland obviously blanks this week, so because of Alvarez also blanking too, and Wissa, so all my forwards have a blank in 18. This makes my transfer plans pretty easy because I have to make a forward transfer because I can't I can't play with a starting 10 because I don't think that would be great going forward. So I think moving on forward for Game Week 18, I will have to make a forward transfer, and obvious moves probably going to Watkins from taking out Haaland potentially, and obviously I'd want Haaland back for 19, so I'll probably take out Watkins after Sheffield United and bring Haaland back in for Game Week 19 when he has Everton. So yeah, that's my transfer plan so far, just to take out Haaland for Watkins, and yeah, I think 1 free transfer, that's all I have. So that will give me a starting 11 at least for this week. I'm not too keen on the formation, playing 4 defenders who have clashes between one another as well. But yeah, I think this week should be a better week than what I've just had.
Because obviously Decore the flag as well. And if he misses out, then you'll have to play 5-4-1 as well. You have to Taylor would come in for Decore.
Yeah, and it have to be.
Yeah, that, I mean, yeah. Would you be tempted for a minus potentially if you hear Decore is out for sure? Or would you rather just play Taylor rather than take a hit to get another midfielder in potentially?
I think it will have to depend. I think I have to think about this again this week because it's all an if at the moment. There's not a solid plan going forward again this game week. So
yeah,
we'll have to see down the line.
Yeah, I literally said, I think we're game week 18 now. From game week 17 to game week 21, I think, obviously I don't want to overreact, but I think game week 17 to game week 21, though that period, where the fixtures are coming thick and fast, I think that was going to make or break everyone's season. I mean, that's the most important part for this game week because there's so many games coming, injuries, etc. After game week 21, I think there will be a pack that forms. I think if you can get through game week 21, you're still in good shape. I wouldn't be too worried. But I think for that 17 to 21 period is quite tough. And to navigate that is going to be interesting how people do it. Because obviously there's going to be people taking hits. There's going to be people playing chips, etc. So it's going to be interesting to definitely see. In terms of early thoughts on captaincy, are you going to go Salah against Arsenal? Or obviously Liverpool today, they didn't score. Obviously Salah wasn't great. Neither was anyone really in that front line. Or do you think someone else stand out? Obviously Watkins got a nice fixture as well.
Yeah, Watkins has Sheffield, but I don't know if that's too good to be true fixture because we've seen how players have nice fixtures like that, but end up either blanking or getting maybe an assist. So I might not be tempted at, well, to be honest, I don't have really much choice. It's either Salah or Watkins because my other players, I'm not too confident with captain. Even Saka's got Liverpool away. I'm not.
Saka Liverpool away. I wouldn't sure. I wouldn't go there.
Especially where Saka has been, you'll score 1 goal maybe here and there and then an assist, but no, nothing really solid there. So yeah, it's either going to be between Salah or Watkins. I'll probably have to go for Watkins, even though.
Yeah, Watkins, Sheffield United at home.
I mean, it's a safe captain, I guess.
Yeah, and Salah's got Arsenal at home.
Yeah, and if Liverpool play the way he did against Man United today, then they could potentially lose against Arsenal. So I don't know what to take from that game.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We're captain. I think Watkins probably will be the most popular captain. But yeah, Salah, we know what he's capable of as well. You know, he can get a penalty as well. And then he gets the bonus. We've seen that as well. That could happen. Obviously, Liverpool weren't good today, but I think that was Liverpool's first draw at home this season. They've won every other game bar today. So yeah, we'll see closer to Thursday. Obviously, the Thursday deadline, guys. So don't forget. Thursday deadline this week for game week 18. 10 dice at Evening Lads bought in Palmer this week. Nearly bought in Kulusevski, currently on 59 points. Philip says 71 -4. Kudos and Palmer main men. Thank God Bruno's coming back. Can't stand watching McTominay if he doesn't score, says Harry. I mean, I think if Bruno played today, you'd probably lose. But that's just me. I think that you had a lot more grit and determination without Bruno moaning around on the pitch like last year. Trippier gets 5-point assists when you factor bonus. My friend was new to this FPL this week, and he auto picked with 20 million in the bank. Captain Mateta and got 85 points. He has no idea what he cooks. Yeah,
Nice.
that is mad. Was it Mateta? The goal and assist, was it? I can't remember. Because he won the penalty, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a very late on penalty as well, which got Chris Paz had that obviously that draw. It was a goal and assist from Mateta, 12-pointer.
How about Alvarez to Solanke and save yourself the Haaland back in headache? Tricky trees. I mean, that's in regards to your plans.
I mean, yeah, he's could do Solanke. Yeah. His fixture at Bournemouth have against Nottingham Forest, not a bad one. The way Nottingham Forest are playing. And yeah, Solanke did score in the Luton game. Yeah, could be way to go, but I think I would want Alvarez even after the blank because Man City's fixtures line up pretty well. They've got Everton and Sheffield in 1920, so maybe holding on to Alvarez, and obviously I'll bring back Haaland before that Everton game happens.
Thoughts on Haaland and Lascelles to Trippier and Solanke? Yeah, I mean Haaland's is a weird one if you've still got him because I think people should have got rid of Haaland by this game week. Ideally, I think you should have got rid of Haaland in game week 17 because we knew he's not going to play. If we had confirmation pretty much that Haaland was going to play, so if you take him out now, I mean you can still take him out. It depends. I think if you've got Haaland right now, if you take him out now, then you'll have to have another transfer to bring him back in. If you do want to bring him back in, which I'm assuming you will want to, so it does make it a bit more tough there, deciding what to do with him. Obviously, I removed him already. And looking at the way my team is set up, I may not bring Haaland back in until game week, not this fixture. We're at Man City. I don't actually have any Man City players at the moment. But game week 19, I think I may go without Haaland when he's got Everton because my plan is to captain. I'm going to captain Salah in game week 19 when Salah plays Burnley away, when Haaland's got Everton away. And I think Everton have shown they're quite decent now at home. And I don't think the way Man City are playing so far this season as well, they've not been great either. So I could actually back against Haaland for that one fixture and then bring him back for game week 20 when Haaland's got a nice fixture. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the Haaland strategy is for those that sold. Anderson to Powell for 1 free transfer. Yeah, not a bad move. In terms of defense, obviously we've been complaining about defenders, but we did get quite a few defender clean sheets. Arsenal kept a clean sheet. Liverpool kept one. Man United kept one. Spurs kept one. Chelsea kept one. Obviously, it's not something we can expect every week, but it is good when it happens.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, it almost feels like this game week probably had the most clean sheets this entire season because I don't remember a game week where there's been that many clean sheets for teams.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, West Ham had a clean sheet as well.
Yeah, and Everton.
Newcastle, yeah, but Everton had one. Yeah, so a couple of clean sheets. SJ, hi everyone.
Yeah, SJ.
But yeah, looking forward to game week 18 now. Obviously the main talking point is obviously Man City blank, Brentford blank. It seems Haaland as well, we know is going to be in the Club World Cup. We'll have to wait and see if Haaland plays in the Club World Cup because if Haaland plays, then obviously that's good news for game week 19. That means he'll probably play in game week 19, but I'm not so sure. So again, that's one to watch. But what are your thoughts, guys, on the Haaland situation? Are you going to bring him back in for game week 19 if he's fit, or are you gonna go without him for game week 19 as well? Let us know. But yeah, what else do you reckon the main things we'll be looking at in blank game week 18?
Well, there's very few fixtures which look appealing because obviously I'll say Watkins has the best one against Sheffield United at home without doubt. So I think Aston Villa assets will be popular. I think Douglas Luiz could be a decent differential in the midfield to go for because it is one of those fixtures where Douglas Luiz can potentially haul in. He does haul in fixtures which are against new promoted teams or teams that are low down the table. Suddenly, you can have lots of blanks and suddenly pop up with a 15-digit haul and Yeah, I got a gut feeling about Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz has actually been a good pick this season. If you've had him since early, we know he's on penalties. We know in Aston Villa doing well, and he could be a nice little pick if you want to go different, because I don't think his ownership is actually that high. Mayor Brid Casey, over the moon. My rank is 25k. Well, great rank. So well done. Yeah, it's brilliant to be up there at this stage of the season. I will be keeping Haaland and even keeping Salah, Son during AFCON time, making my bench stronger and stronger. Yeah, I'm not sure about keeping all three. It's just a lot of money to not have on the pitch. I would be getting rid of. I think I'll probably get rid of all of them. I mean, I've already got rid of Haaland. I probably will have to get rid of Salah. And even Son. We know they're going to miss game weeks. Obviously, what's your plans? I didn't really ask you, because you've got Salah, who goes to AFCON in game week 21.
Yeah.
You've got Hwang that's going to go to the Asia Cup. You've got
I think Doucouré as well.
Doucouré. Does he go AFCON? I think he goes AFCON.
Yeah, he does go AFCON as well. Yeah, I think
And then
this was
Mitoma?
I don't know with Mitoma. Hopefully not. But yeah, at least three
I'm pretty sure Mitoma. Yeah, Mitoma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mitoma will be off to the Asia Cup. So you're going to lose 3 of your midfield 5 to the Asia Cup. That's Doucouré, Mitoma, and Salah. Actually, my bad, Hwang as well. That's 4 of your midfielders you're going to lose in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, I don't know if you realize that. Yeah, 4 of your midfield 5. Saka's going to be the only one. With my team, I'll lose Son and Salah. What do you make of that? Because you've got Hwang as well. I didn't actually realize you've got 4. But that's mad.
Yeah. I don't know.
You could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it could be trouble, could be not. I'll ease them out gradually, because when is obviously the cup's confirmed in terms of what game?
Game week 21 is when it will start. I'm just looking at Salah's fixtures now. I believe game week 21 is when Salah will go away. So against Bournemouth. So Salah could miss up to 3 matches. So Bournemouth, Chelsea, and Villa. I believe those are the games. Bournemouth, Villa, Chelsea. So Salah could miss up to 3. But if Egypt get knocked out earlier, he could be back for Chelsea, etc. If you know what I mean. I'm hoping Salah can only miss his 2 games. But if they go all the way, he could miss up to 3 games. With Son and Hwang, it's the exact same. With Doucouré, it's the same. They're going to miss 1 game, bare minimum, because they're going to go away.
And are all the cups starting around the same time, the AFCON, Asia Cup, or will they start different game weeks?
I think they're all the same game weeks.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
But you can use the second wild card. So you'll have a wild card. So I think you may be in wild card territory, because that's like 5 players.
Yeah, I think honestly, if I had a wild card right now, I think I would consider it. After obviously the way the team looks, I'm not happy with the team. If I have to be honest, I'm not happy with it. It's not the team I planned to go with up to this point either. I did show to Huss, obviously in person, what my team would look like without the suspensions, without the injuries and whatnot. But again, that's for everyone's team. It's just for me, I feel like it has vastly affected me in the past 4 game weeks now, my team, and I've had to make some changes I didn't wish to make. Honestly, I wouldn't have had Doucouré or Hwang in my team up to now. Even Mitoma potentially wouldn't have been in my team now. And yeah, because of those, obviously you have to change and obviously get past them due to circumstances. So yeah, I kind of wish I could wildcard right now and reset my whole team.
Wildcard, I believe, is available in game week 19 or game week 20, I should say. I think game week 20. So you will be able to use your wildcards if you guys are in trouble in that regard. Richarlison says Jaden. Yeah, we spoke about Richarlison a lot. Definitely as a one to, I think, as a one to watch. He did score. And yeah, I think people looking at a differential. I don't know if he's still going to be low owned, but differential Richarlison, I'm definitely a fan of. good replacements for Gurhey. I think Porro right now is quite popular. I think Trippier again is going to be back into people's thoughts. Any shouts defense for you, Jordan?
Aston Villa defender, maybe Powell, Torres, or even a West Ham defender like a Sufal, but he's on 4 yellows, bear in mind.
Yeah, just avoid 4 yellows.
Yeah, 4 yellows. It's hard to pick players now because there's a lot that when they've had their suspension, more players with yellow cards pop up before as well, which is quite a balance in that.
Haas, looks like you have a great game week. Yeah, it was a good game week. It's a strong game week. I think it's about 300k green arrow, and I'm hoping to break into maybe the top 300k in the next by game week 21. I want to be up there somewhere, hopefully, because I did say 17 to 21 is I think when that's going to make or break the season. I just think there's a lot of madness happening with the AFCON, with the Asia Cup, with the suspensions. I think that's the tricky period of the season. Pranav says, Haas, who did you take the hit for? Well, going back to my team, the moves I made was Porro and Solanke in for Haaland and
Gabriel.
Saliba.
Saliba.
Yeah, Saliba and Saliba and Haaland went out. So whoever, I don't know who the hit was for. I think the hit was for Porro. Because I was doing Haaland out no matter what, I think. Then Porro in for the hit, and obviously Porro got a clean sheet, so it was sort of worth it in the end. Will Botman Burn duo be back? I believe so. I think Botman was on the bench or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was seen on the bench. So yeah, he's back. But I think Newcastle did lose 2 midfielders. But obviously Botman has come back and another player came back. So it's like a juggling act for Newcastle players.
Yep. But yeah, definitely it's going to be interesting for sure to see what does happen with all the, as I said, the cups that come in, the Asian Cup and whatnot. Konsa, maybe we're forgetting him. The Villa defender is an option.
Yeah.
But yeah, in regards to the way the setup is for the team, we should maybe do when we do the planner, the FPL planner, if you want to do that and see where we'd actually look, the teams will look like in 19, 20. Because I do think we should start planning a bit longer term.
Yeah. I think.
Also, how did our team do? How did our community draft do?
I'll have to sign out and check, but I did check it on my phone. It did pretty well, but I can show it for you guys on
here. Also, other striker shouts beside Watkins and Solanke. I think Gabriel Jesus. Maybe not this week against Liverpool. Don't know if I want to bring Jesus in against Liverpool, but after that, Jesus has West Ham, Fulham, Palace, Forest, and I'll be taking a punt on Jesus at his ownership, less than 10% differential. So I think Jesus could be decent. Alex Meacher, Livramento to Trippier or Powell. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be Livramento to Trippier, Alex. I think that's the move I'm pretty certain I'm going to make. Obviously, with Dan Burn now back in charge and in terms of the defense left back role, I think the safe move is to get Trippier in when I can. Obviously, with Trippier's ownership still quite high, and that will be the first time I own Trippier this season, I think. So, yeah, that's the move I'm probably going to make.
Okay, maybe I can't show the community team.
Okay.
I'm still having trouble signing into that.
Okay. Yeah, do on a second tab. Because obviously you don't have to sign out your own team. Do on another tab and then switch over if you can.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. It's just it's not working.
Not to worry. Colwell or Powell or Konza. I haven't even looked at Aston Villa's fixtures after this. So Sheffield, Man United, Burnley, Everton, Newcastle, Sheffield. I don't know, you know.
Well,
Chelsea, yes, Chelsea kept a clean sheet, but they don't want to keep many. Who would you go for?
I'll probably go for Powell. I think I see more clean sheets for Aston Villa. Well, they popped up more recently, especially against Man City and Arsenal, which were the most unlikely places to get one. Yeah, I don't see many from Chelsea. I was actually surprised they kept one, but again, it's not going to be every week. But I have more hopes in Powell and Aston Villa keeping clean sheets. I think the way they're playing, either they can let a goal in here and there. I still think they're still a good defender picks.
Yeah, and their next fixture is at home to Sheffield, whereas Chelsea go away to Wolves. Even though Wolves did have a bit of a disappointing game today, I still think maybe Aston Villa but I think Chelsea defense isn't bad, especially at the differential, because we know Chelsea, there's not many owners with Chelsea defenders, so I don't hate the Chelsea defense. But with Colwell, there is potential rotation as well, which does slightly worry me. Would you consider a hit, says Pranav, to both of us? I mean, no, not for me at all, because I think my team looks very good.
Yeah, probably. If Decore is out, I'll probably we'll have to take a hit, because otherwise I'll have a starting 10 in my team again. And I can't have a starting 10 2 game weeks in a row now, especially with the fixtures and the clashes in the fixtures. There's not really one that stands out for me.
Yeah, unless you play Taylor, obviously. You could get away playing Taylor, play 5-4-1 if you didn't want to take a hit.
Yeah, no, if I didn't want to take a hit, I could play Taylor, but hopes of them keeping a clean sheet against Fulham away. Highly doubt it. The way
playing 5 defenders isn't really ideal, I guess.
No. I mean, 2 seasons ago was the way to go, 5 at the back, but no, definitely not this season.
Yeah, big at the back is truly gone.
Yeah.
I think there's not enough clean sheets. It's hard to fit in players like Trent, etc. with the budget we have. Seems like 3-5-2 is like the formation of this season. Only thing about getting Trippier is that he has 2 good games from 18 to 19, and then 3 awful fixes from 20, 21, 22. Think it might be worth it holding off until 23. But let's take a look at Trippier's fixtures. So Luton and Forest, I think they're good fixtures. Liverpool and Man City, though.
Man City won't be good.
There probably won't be clean sheets, don't get me wrong. But there's not a reason why Newcastle can't score against Liverpool. And there's no reason why Newcastle can't score against Man City.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool one's a tougher game because it's at Anfield.
Yeah. But the Man City one, because it's a home fixture, we've obviously seen this season Newcastle at home, despite their injuries, they're formidable. There's only Liverpool that have obviously beaten Newcastle at home.
Yeah.
And no other team has managed to do that. And they've kept so many clean sheets compared to their away fixtures. And I think the way Man City are playing currently at the moment, I wouldn't hold that being like a difficult, well, not as difficult fixture as it does show is a difficult fixture on obviously the website. But yeah, I do favour even Trippier getting attacking the return from that Man City game, because they are conceding quite a few goals so in recent game weeks.
Yeah, Man City is a strange one because obviously they've got 1 win in the last 6, which I think a lot of people didn't see coming. I definitely didn't see that coming at the start of the season. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what does happen with City. But I don't think nothing to worry, like panic mode yet. But yeah, it's one to definitely watch. The defense just doesn't seem as solid as it was last year.
And they're 4th in the table now.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. At least it's making it interesting. Obviously, Liverpool drawing today as well makes it a bit interesting, a bit more tight. And next up, it's Arsenal v Liverpool as well. So,
yeah, big one.
I mean, it's on that game on Saturday, 5:30 at Anfield. That's going to be a great game for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Both teams, I imagine, will turn up for that one. Hopefully, it's more exciting than the Man United one that we saw today, because that was a bit. There's no words to describe what that game was, but yeah, it should be a good game. Liverpool Arsenal going for the title race.
Yeah, definitely. Any thoughts on Fulham players? Not really.
Well, I would have considered. Obviously, this was talked about last stream in deadline about differentials, and I believe that was
Jimenez, where he got a red card.
Yeah, he got awful foul. I don't know what he's thinking, but yeah, he's banned for 3 matches, straight red. So he would have been obviously a good differential, I would have said.
Yeah, I think Jimenez, a lot of people did bring him in. Well, not a lot of people, but some people brought him in. Obviously, he is unlucky, the red card. But yeah, I'm not into Fulham right now, if I'm being honest.
Nah, I think the boat was missed when they scored 5 against Nottingham Forest, and then obviously scored the 5 in the following fixture.
Yeah, it's just I don't know who I'll take out from my team to bring in a Fulham player because I really like the way my team's set up right now. The only player that I'm not too happy within my team probably right now is Saka. To say the mad thing, Saka, who's 9 million, it's more the price because he's so expensive. He's not actually getting me enough returns. I don't feel like. Maybe I don't know if that's just me. He has got 5 goals, 8 assists this season. That doesn't really feel like it.
Yeah,
He's the one that I think maybe he could do a bit more.
well, that's what I think I mentioned this 2 game weeks ago, where Saka could be a potential asset to take out because there's so many other midfielders that are outscoring Saka, even though his ownership is relatively high, just below 60%. He's lacking the hauls, like the major hauls that we usually see from him. He's not really had like a 2-digit haul.
He had a 13-pointer double-digit haul in game week 6, but in game week 1 he had a 10-pointer. So he's had 2 double-digit hauls in 17 game weeks so far. I mean, we maybe expected a bit more. He had a few 8-pointers, etc., but 2 double-digit hauls in 17 game weeks from Saka so far.
So yeah, maybe you can get away with not having Saka in your team from obviously the past few game weeks where he's only had 8s, 5s, and obviously 3s.
Yeah, it's just the fixtures coming up now though for Arsenal are quite nice, especially after the Liverpool game. It's West Ham, Fulham, Palace, Forest. I think I'd want him for that run from 19 to 22. And obviously Saka's another player that I like that if he's fit, he's going to play 90 minutes. He's not really going to get rotated out much. So in that regards, you're not worried about his minutes, etc. So that is one reason why I like having Saka in my team. He's one of those guys like a Salah, like a Bruno that are always going to play no matter what, basically.
Oh yeah, there was another one that I'd like to have is Bowen, because he also scored in that 3-0 win over Wolves, and even Kudos I thought was great today.
Yep, 2 goals.
Outstanding, yeah. I thought he was really good. Even Paqueta, 3 assists. So he assisted every goal for West Ham as well.
How many did Paqueta get? What points did he get today?
I'm not entirely sure. I can't really check because I've signed out, but
I'll just check quickly.
Yeah, you might have to check that.
Paqueta got a 12-pointer. 12-pointer from him today, I believe. Or unless is that bonus points as well added in there. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think that's just a full bonus, potentially. Because it should be higher than 12 if you got 3 assists.
Let us know, guys. I think it wasn't more than a 12-pointer. Would you go for Gross or Mitoma? I'll let you answer that while I get my charger, Jordan.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Gross, if I'm honest. I think he's had more success than Mitoma has in the last few game weeks. And I don't know with Mitoma. I mean, he's on 4 yellow cards now, Mitoma, after getting one this game week. So I think it would have worked out better if we had Gross instead of Mitoma up to this point, because we've got more points from Gross than we obviously have with Mitoma, who's not really got many attacking returns apart from assist.
Yep. For me, I'd be avoiding, I think, Brighton. I was very disappointed with Brighton today, to be honest, against Arsenal. I thought they were pretty poor. They didn't really do anything going forward. I think they had one decent chance. I think Arsenal did pretty much control the game. Brighton's fixtures coming up aren't great either, so I don't know if we need to keep hold of Brighton assets right now. If I had Mitoma or Gross, I'd probably be getting rid of them. But let's see the fixtures, actually. To be honest, the fixtures are looking pretty nice now. They maybe had their tough fixtures. I mean, Brighton have been pretty poor, like in the last. I mean, they've been very poor.
Still no
Last
clean
10
sheet for them.
They've got 2 wins in their last 10 games. But they've played some trickier games in there. Obviously, they've played Liverpool, City. Even then, they've had draws to Sheffield, Everton, Fulham. They lost to Chelsea. They drew to Burnley. They've got Palace next, Spurs, West Ham, Wolves. Yeah, I just don't think Brighton are going to be good this season. I think last season they were great. They've lost a few key players like McAllister and Moises Caicedo. Obviously, they're in the Europa League. That's going to take a bit out of them as well. Rotation, etc.
Yeah, because I do have a feeling Matoma's going to be benched next game week as well.
I mean, what's your plans with Matoma, like longer term?
He would have been gone a long time ago if I could take him
from now on. What are you doing with your team? Because obviously, as I said, you're going to be in a bit of a pickle in a couple of weeks because you've got 4 of your 5 going off to Asian Cup, AFCON, etc.
Yeah, I think the easiest thing to do is wildcard once it comes.
Yeah,
you're
pretty set on the wildcard.
Yeah, 110%.
Okay.
No, there's no other way I'm getting out of this apart from a wildcard. I'm not happy with the team. I'm not happy with the players I have. And
who would you take out and who would you bring in if you could?
I'd probably take out Mitoma, Hwang, Doucouré, Alvarez.
That's mad because you just brought Doucouré in.
Yeah.
If he was fit, would you still take him out?
Yeah, he was only a 1-week punt for that Burnley game. He wasn't a
very short term though.
Yeah, it's very short term. Doucouré. It was only for 1 week punt just to make up for losses in the previous game week, but it didn't work out.
So who would you want? Who do you think you need to bring into your team that maybe you don't have right now? Or
well, I would have liked Palmer, like Bowen. And
Bowen's one that's doing well, I think, as well. Not a lot of people have got rid of him.
Yeah,
he's quite consistent.
Yeah, Bowen's quite consistent, especially in the absence of Antonio. Bowen's scored a lot of goals this season, and yeah, I definitely would have loved to have Bowen still in my team. Watkins, another one as well. I would have liked him in my team too. Potentially Solanke. I might have had him alongside Watkins and Haaland. In terms of defense, I could have considered Trent, depending on the money as well. Money situation. Would have liked him as a defender pick.
Yeah, I mean, Bowen, the fixtures are turning slightly. Man United, Arsenal, Brighton, Sheffield, Bournemouth, and then Man United again for West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really mind the fixtures for the form Bowen's on. I think even if West Ham still lose, but still score in tough fixtures, I think Bowen can obviously do well in the fixtures where West Ham lose because he does score in those losses or draws for West Ham.
Yeah, 10 goals for the season for Bowen. So he's already on double-digit goals, which is pretty impressive. And the 1 assist as well. So yeah, Bowen is having a nice little season. And Kudus, obviously, the main man for today. The 13-pointer that he got. Obviously, fixtures again get a bit trickier. But again, he's on 5 goals, 3 assists for the season now after his brace today. But yeah, in regards to Gameweek 18, I think those are the main talking points really. In terms of captaincy, again, I've got it on Salah, but I'll probably put it on Watkins. Just save that. And I'll probably do Vice on Son. Or maybe Solanke even. Who knows?
Yeah, because not in the Forest. They're really in struggle at the moment. And maybe they're a fixture to target as well. Fulham did score 5 against them. Bournemouth have the potential to do the same. Solanke seems to score in pretty much every game. Yeah, I think even if he doesn't haul, he's still scoring in that fixture.
What about Trent? Obviously, Trent was quite a big talking point as well before. Like Thomas here with a comment, Trent is better than Bowen. Would go Kudus over him. Do you think Trent, we need to bring him into our team? What's your thoughts on Trent?
I mean, I wish he was cheaper for it to start off with because he would have been much more popular.
And this is a good comment actually as well. Kudus does leave to AFCON as well. So bear that in mind, guys, for people that want to bring Kudus in. it'll be another headache. Really have to remove him potentially.
Yeah, the cup itself is a headache at this time of the year. But yeah, I would have liked to have Trent. I think I had him at one point in the season where he got a double-digit haul early on, and I don't believe it would have been nice to hold on to him up to that point. But now I would have liked to have Trent in my team, because even that Man United game, you would just see him sprinting down the centre of the pitch, ready to just shoot that ball into the goal. And unfortunately, he did have a lot of missed chances. But I like how forward Trent gets in matches like that, where teams will just sit at the back like Man United. And I think for the fixtures that Liverpool have, that teams that sit at the back, I think Trent is going to be really good for those in terms of attack and returns for a defender as well. He's playing like literally a midfielder, obviously in that inverted right back position that Klopp will obviously switched him in.
Yeah, it's just hard to fit Trent in, as well as Trippier, Salah, Son, Haaland. If you've got all these players, and if you want Haaland back, obviously I'm going to want Haaland back later. But if I bring Trent in, it sort of locks me out that move as well.
Yeah, it comes back to that sacrificing one of the 5 power players as well. So we have to pick.
I've sacrificed Trippier all season, pretty much.
Which has worked out up to this point, I think. Because of Son, Salah, and obviously the rest of your team doing well around them, it has worked out pretty well. It did work out for me at the start, having Trippier, but at this moment in time now, it's not really.
Obviously, the 5 yellow cards is unlucky.
Yeah.
But I am bringing Trippier in now, probably. So again, you probably do need Trippier as well. Like, and maybe move them on and then bring them back in. That might be the tactic now. And switching in and out depending on fixtures, AFCON, etc., suspensions, rather than just holding them all for the whole season, sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Going for that next differential, as I like to do, but like with Decore, but it didn't quite work out. But you sort of get the drift of that.
But yeah, we've just gone over an hour. I think we probably are going to wrap it up here. For those that are just tuning in, if you guys have been in the stream, do smash the like button, guys, if you've enjoyed the content. Also, if you have, just tuned in for the first time, maybe make sure you do smash the like button. We are the FPL Duo. This has been the KNEEJERK stream for Game Week 17. We're back again on Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time for transfer tips video. Then again on Wednesday for team selection. And then Jordan will take the deadline stream on Thursday as well, Thursday afternoon. And yeah, I think that's it from us. Obviously, a bit of a mad game week. We hope everyone had a good game week as well. We hope you guys got a green arrow this week. And in regards to next stream, do join us on Tuesday. Anything else you do want to add, Jordan, before we do wrap the stream up and head out?
Yeah, what a weekend in terms of football. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the football that has obviously come this week. It is just around the corner again, literally Thursday for the deadline stream again for Game Week 18. So stay tuned for that, and also the other streams before that in terms of preparation. But yeah, thanks for watching. It's always appreciated. And until then, we'll see you Tuesday for the transfer tips for Game Week 18. But until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, like the stream, guys, on the way out. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Take care.